Peace, blessings. Mikey-Ice representing the West Coast, LA, California. I'm about to go live with the Rebirth, A.K.A. Tales 1, A.K.A. the Miami Villains, Street Masters, all that. So I hope that you guys jump on and let's get this started. You there, Tails?
Yeah, it was good, Killer.
All right.
Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear
me? Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, dope. That's what's up. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good though, brother. I'm kind of tripping out. Haven't seen you with your hair growing out in a while.
Oh, yeah, you gotta switch it up every once in a while. You know how that goes.
I think that's fresh though, bro, because I showed that you can evolve. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people get used to you being a certain way, and then when you switch it, it's like, because when I seen you dressed up with the nice slacks and the dress shirt, and your hair was styled, I was like, damn, that fool looks like you might go to a modeling shoot though, bro.
Well, we'll talk about that. That's actually a key element in the process of what was done. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, okay, that's nice.
Yeah, man. So like, I mean, you can go ahead and ask your questions as soon as you're ready. I got like 20 key topics I really wanted to cover in your interview specific, because I really think that you got to, in all honesty, I would like to personally give a perspective on the approach of what this was all about, at least for myself and perhaps for the promoters of the event. So whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and just unload and we'll pick it up from there.
All right, cool. All right, Tails, I'm going to jump into this real quick, bro. I remember after we did our interview, you know, and one of my friends said, you know what? He's all, Tails gave you a huge shout out though, bro. He said, if Miami was not, basically, if you didn't expose Miami to the West Coast, he said, basically, like how you was mentioning, like nobody would have really had a good idea what was really going on around the world because of the tapes, right?
100%.
And I just kind of wanted you to touch on that, you know, because people really, like a couple of people walked up to me, they was like, yo, bro, that's a high respect right there for him to say that, though, bro, because that's a big-ass statement.
Dope. Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know what more could be said about it. In other words, just like, listen, like, you know, exposure, it's this all fall, and I'm glad you're asking this question, actually, it all falls into the exact conversation that we're about to get into, right? Before we get into this conversation, anybody that's on this channel, please share this out to as many people as you can to let them know that we're live right now so they can hear this first, right? But other than that, I mean, listen, like, you know, exposure is a major situation in anything, right? Whether it's business, whether it's, you know, really, if it's business or anything in between, right? Because I'm a businessman at heart, and exposure is going to get you to be able to be seen. You know what I mean? And it's like, without your ability to provide exposure for a whole side of a hemisphere, you know what I'm saying? The effect may have been way different. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to say that eventually it wouldn't have happened, but what I could say is that, you know, because you were sharing these videos in that time frame that you were sharing them, it was able to expand and accelerate the movement that was happening in Miami because of the exposure. So gratitude, 100%. Really appreciate that so much.
Thank you, though, Tails. I appreciate that, bro. Only a few people really say that, but I definitely respect the fact that you share that again, because I know a lot of people is paying attention recently. You know, when I do the interviews, they say they really look forward to seeing what I'm doing, and they wanted me to bring you on by by request. They kept saying, get Tails, though, get Tails.
Oh, Dope. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all your viewers on your channel. I hope that everybody enjoys this this small clip. If it does cut out after the 15 minutes and we're not completed, you know, just log right back on. We'll continue
Okay.
as long as it, because I think what I want to touch on today is extremely important, and I think I think it's something that is necessary. I'm definitely going to get a lot of hate for what I'm about to say in this interview, 100%, and I truly appreciate it, because you know, hate is as well as, you know, positivity is, you know, exposure and essence and movement, right? So I love that part. So obviously my name today and day and age is the Miami Villain. So, hey, look, you know, hate me. I don't mind. Uh, is there anything that you wanted to ask other than that part?
Um, just, I mean, for the new people maybe on my side, can you explain to everybody what was the transition from being Tails One to the Rebirth? Because I was kind of curious about that too. Like, what was the transition? What led to the transition of you calling yourself Tails One to
Okay.
Rebirth?
Okay, so Ground Zero, I'm going to make that one quick. Ground Zero crew,
Okay.
I was Tails One, the energy lets loose style. And that was a Ground Zero kind of a style where it was more about,
Oh,
it was more like, you know, a rehearsed movement, and it really wasn't
mm-hmm.
open creativity. And then I moved to LA, and then so I'm so grateful that Flea Rock and Legacy moved to LA after we moved there. So we were already there for
Okay.
a Star Search, and then we were being managed by Travis Payne, which was Michael Jackson's choreographer, and he was kind of like putting us into the business of Hollywood. And when Flea and Legacy came into the situation, like you know, there was a transition happening within Ground Zero where, you know, we kind of did our thing. We traveled the world as a group, you know, won our titles and all that, and then we really wanted to explore the Hollywood scenario. And as the months passed, you know, little by little, you know, things started to kind of slow down within the group, and then people started becoming, each and every single one of us started to become individuals, and it wasn't
Oh, okay.
organized. So long story short, I ended up moving into Flea Rock and Legacy's apartment. They let me stay there. Thankfully, I'm so happy that they did. And they were on tour with Gwen Stefani for a hot minute. But before they left, you know, Flea Rock was, you know, super awesome enough to put me into street shows and start doing street shows with him. And, you know,
Mm-hmm.
being side by side with one of the greatest in the world that has to do with, you know, essence and style, you pick up a couple of things. You know what I mean? There were times where just me and Legacy went out to go hit, and, you know, on Santa Monica. And I'll never forget these days. You know what I'm saying? I had, you know,
Mm-hmm.
amazing opportunities to learn side by side, because it wasn't like, hey, do this to learn how to do that. It was, I see how this guy moves because he's on my side. Like peripheral,
Got it.
I'm seeing the mannerisms and how the movement works. And then for me, I like to study who I'm around a lot. And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in order to study who you're around a lot, sometimes you got to embody their essence. So, you know, for me,
Oh.
call it what you will, but, you know, I wore the bandana, I wore the baggy basketball jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to become who it was and understand who it was that I really admired. You know what I mean? Which at the time was Flea,
Okay.
and then
The Flea?
of course, Kamel, you know, jumped into the scenario. You know, there was 2 times where I left LA, then I came back, and when I came back to LA, you know, Kamel was my downstairs neighbor. You know what I'm saying? And we were doing shows in Universal Studios on the Hill, and we were doing that for about half a year. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I even learned from Kamel side by side, real time, living with these guys pretty much with them every single day. Such a blessing, such a fucking blessing that I realized that once I started, you know, being around that kind of essence and energy, I learned it. And it wasn't that I learned it by practice. I learned it by
Mm-hmm.
association. I learned it by becoming. Like I didn't train it. Like it wasn't like I went somewhere to practice how to be them. No. It was just being around that energy kind of was like it was infectious. And I mean, maybe not all people can absorb like that, and that's okay too. but
Mm-hmm.
I definitely absorbed the energy. And once I absorbed the energy and understood the perspective, the standpoint from where they were, how they looked at it, right? Then I was like, I can't be Tails. This is not me.
Oh,
I got like
okay.
Tails needs to die and someone else needs to come out. So it was the rebirth of my whole life, bro, my whole style. Like I had to kind of kill the ground zero in me. Not, and it'll never leave. The energy, the vibration, the fucking, you know, the ferocity behind Ground Zero crew will never leave me, and the brotherhood will never leave me. But I felt like I needed to expand, and it was so great because in the time that it was happening, it was just the right time. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
that just was such a blessing. So shout outs to Havik, Legacy, and Kingdom. Love you guys with all of my heart and always will.
Okay. And are you still representing Street
Uh,
Masters?
you know, Stream Masters is going to be always a family to me in terms of like our experiences together over time. But you know, it's just people have different perspectives in life. People have, you know, different kinds of energies at different times in their life. And I think that I was just absorbing an energy that uh, I really wasn't vibing on. I wasn't vibing on the frequency. So I ended up just
Okay.
having to move away. I mean, all of them are great. There's no bad blood. I hope, you know, between myself and the group, you know, a 777, that's my homie. He was just at my house maybe a couple weeks ago. You know, I still, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, I mean, they're doing their thing big. They got a jam in New York. So if you guys are gonna go, if you guys want to go to a jam, a Street Master jam, make sure you check out Elmo, or if you follow 777, you know what I'm saying? You guys will know a little bit more about the event and what's going on over there.
Okay. Yeah, I seen that. I
So
seen that flyer.
that's what's up with that. Yo, really quick one time, if you don't mind, we give a shout out to the sponsor,
Oh,
Yingling.
okay. Go
You
ahead.
already know. Thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate the energy and the vibe that you guys have, you know, offered. So this is cheers to everybody. Cheers, Mikey-Ice. God bless you and all you guys that are viewing. Cheers to y'all.
All right. Thank you, though, brother. So yeah. So jump into what you want to say. Like, start with your first topic. I'm interested to hear it.
Okay, so first things first, you know, like this whole
Mm-hmm.
thing here with the battle with Marlon. So there's definitely multiple perspectives. Cheers to everybody. Cheers, guys. I hope you guys are drinking beer. um, Yingling. Um, so you know, there's a couple different perspectives on this battle, and maybe his perspective from what I gathered, I think his perspective is way different than mine, in terms of what
Mm-hmm.
he did there. Like for him, I think it was a little bit more personal and like an exit of the norm that he may have been experiencing over the absence of, you know, the game and being out of the game, etc. And you know,
Okay.
he came with it, you know, in terms of like with his sets, and his perspective was to actually beat me. Like he wanted to beat me, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like me at breaking. And I appreciate that. I think that's super awesome. But my perspective in the entire thing, amongst with the ritual warfare promoters, was a lot different. This was business. You know what I'm saying? For me specifically, and for the team, the ritual warfare team, and God bless those guys. Shout out to Paul, Flo, and Gustavo. Listen, guys, you guys are onto something, and let me let you know, it's gonna change the way the world breaks. I promise. Um, but so just to cut right into it, like
Mm-hmm.
my perspective in the whole entire scenario was along the lines of like, okay, this is about, we're gonna talk about boxing for a quick second. This is like, to me, I was like, this is like a Jake Paul type of event. You know what I mean? Where it's gonna be a different category of a person mixed up with another person, brought to a whole platform, and then this platform needs to be sold. So this was entertainment for me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like the being able to market the Miami Villain was amazing. It was so much fun. Being able to be the bad guy, being able to be the one that people were automatically going to be against. I knew that, and it was okay. You know, even down to the chopping it up on Instagram, to the dropping the little hints like, yo, I'm going to smoke you. Like, that was marketing. You know what I'm saying? That was total business, right? And it was amazing because at the end of the day, it's like a lot of people don't understand that part yet. You know what I mean? And I say yet because there's things that are in the works right now that are absolutely that things are done in I would say in the one-on-one type of a scenario. So, you know, I have a company myself called Miami Villain Promotions, right? And
Okay.
we're definitely going to be doing major collaborations. I'm hoping, I mean, I was talking with Paul Flo, and hopefully we can get a Ritual Warfare Miami popping. And the way that these one-on-one battles are done is it's a spin off of Roast the Most, because I want to say that Bebe was one of the pioneers that put this thing into a movement. I just think it was too early. I think 10 rounds was too much, and we didn't really have the resources that we have today in as far as like being able to market this. So like, to make a really long story short, this is a modern day, you know, boxing bout type scenario, A card, B card, C card type scenario, and it's marked. So like for me, this entire thing was just like, this is wonderful. Now we can get into the actual training aspect and how the whole thing went down as far as training is concerned, and you know what happened for me specifically. So what happened for me specifically, I was out of the game in the competitive circuit for less than 10 years, maybe a little bit, and I had to relearn all of my movement. I had to relearn how to do, you know, battle movements, because all I do is bug out. I just like to have fun. I love to break now because I don't need to break. You know what I mean? And that's another topic that I would like to touch on. So with that being said, the perspective was way different. Like, I don't know what maybe Marlon might have been going through in his life. We didn't really touch too deep into it, but I did have great conversations with him. He's an amazing person. He is a super strong competitor. He did his fucking thing. And, you know, he had Texas behind him. And hey, listen, it was the most exclusive experience that I've ever had in my entire life. Shout outs to Ritual Warfare. Please. And thank you. Round of applause, everybody. So check it out.
Okay.
So in the training, 3 weeks coming back, week 4, I had whatever. Long story short, your hip has a joint that connects from the hip all the way to the back of the knee, right? And this muscle scenario, it felt like a toothpick, right? And it felt like every day. So I injured myself, whatever, right? And I had this toothpick part of pain in the back of my thigh that if I stretched in any single way, in a different kind of way, I felt like it was going to snap, which would have meant that I probably would be in surgery right now at the hospital, still in Texas, because I would have had a major situation. It was bad. So what's the psychological fuck behind that? Okay, I got an A card bout. I'm an A card. I got an A card bout. This thing is marketed. We're talking about we're going to smoke each other, right? We're doing the business. We're making it work, and we're selling the show, which is so important. And we sold the fuck out of that show. I guarantee it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just look at the hype behind it. This was not about the battle for me at all. This was to give the breaking realms, right, an idea of what could actually happen if this shit is taken serious enough. Okay, so whatever. The hamstring, if Aaron was saying hamstring, it's kind of like the hamstring, I guess, if that's connected to the hip, because it was, I don't want to say anus, but it was near the gooch in the anus area. Like, at the bottom of the hip all the way to the back of the knee. Such an uncomfortable feeling that I got discouraged. I'm not going to lie. I felt like I was like, holy shit, I don't know what I'm going to do. So, of course, like any other B-boy would, they would develop a whole style based on not using that leg. What does that do for me? That cuts off power, that cuts off my head spins, that cuts off my flares, that cuts off anything that I could do dynamic, right? So this. So the day of the jam, I'm like, fuck it. I'm not going to be able to do me 100. So I'm just going to be chilling. I'm going to get faded. I think I had maybe like 7 shots with Gustavo, one of the promoters. So drinking, having a good time, went outside, blazed it up, got blasted, felt good. And keep in mind, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, I went there to actually judge, not just compete. So I did what I think was maybe like 40 crews or something like that, maybe 30 crews that entered. I went from sitting down for almost an hour of watching battles happen to maybe 10 minutes of get up, go, 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 because the whole thing was go, 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 and then straight to a battle. But before all of that, and I'm going to give a shout out to Mr. Corey, Dr. Corey. I don't know if any B-boys out here are on this channel that are like super trying to be competitor, like master competitors and all that kind of stuff. If you are, there is a doctor named Dr. Cody. He is a specialist that is hired by the Dallas Cowboys to take care of them whenever they experience injuries. This man, the day of, I don't know what kind of, in Spanish we would call it brujeria, which is like a witchcraft or a magic. But this man did something with my nervous system where he said, I'm going to reset your entire body. But before he did that, he touched me, no homo, but like in specific areas. And he was like, yo, you're fucked up here. You're fucked up there. You're fucked up there. And we got the video to prove it. I think his main assistant was filming the entire thing. And bro, this man hit my body with like this dry needling. Okay, that's what it's called, dry needling. This man hit me with this needle, and my nervous system pulsated. And I could tell you like this, maybe within 10 minutes, my shit was healed, bro. My shit healed. My whole body was healed. But I had this, so out of 95%, right? 95%, I felt super confident all over again the day of. But I still have 5% in my head, like, yo, bro, I got to be careful because I don't know if this is real or not, right? I could very well snap the freaking back of my leg, and that's a wrap. I'm done for breaking forever. Like, I literally thought, I was like, damn, bro, this is going to be my last battle ever. I love to run. I like running. I love running. And I couldn't even run, bro. I got posts, which I could post after, of people hitting me up saying, like, yo, you haven't been posting anymore. Why? And I didn't want to tell them anything. I didn't want to let anybody know anything. But anyways, so now watch this. After all that, the guy heals me. Everything is beautiful. I feel super comfortable. I went outside at Blaze with my nephew at Alan 2 Wavy. Make sure you guys follow Alan 2 Wavy. Yo, super amazing kid. He's my bloodline. Already know. So the battle, I get called to battle. And they're like, yo, we're going to start the Marlon and Timber's battle. And bro, here's where we're about to get into the mysticism. Here's where we're going to get into the magic. My G, the crowd is calm. Tells one the Rebirth to the floor. The floor opens up. It's a gateway. There's a security guard right there. Big dude named Doof. Super huge. Standing there. The cameras are there. Shit is fucking flashing. I'm geared down. I'm blasted. Mind you, I'm fucking faded as shit. But I'm thinking in my mind, like, yo, this is really happening. And I'm jumping up and down. I'm like how a boxer would be prepping for a fight. And then they announce my name. This shit opens up and I walk me, bro. Oh my God, bro. That's going to be an experience that will never, ever, ever in history for me ever again, bro. I can't describe the feeling that I felt when I walked into that scenario and the people screaming, and it was B-Boy Killer Kim, my dog saying it was a movie. It was a fucking movie, bro. It literally was a movie, bro. My energy was just like, what is this? I didn't even hear them call him in. I didn't hear them call him in. He came in, and I'm just there looking around, and like, I'm not trying to look at anybody because I don't like locking eyes when I'm about to get ready. Super crazy. So then I guess they call this guy in, and now he's in there. And we got to face off, right? And mind you, dog, like, I don't give a fuck about nothing, okay? I don't care about winning. I'm not here to win. I'm not here to fucking do anything other than just have a good time and bug, right? Bug out. Obviously, I got the 5% in my head. I could snap my fucking hamstring in the back and walk out of here in an ambulance, or leave out of here in an ambulance, or, right, I could fucking just bug and have a good time. And no matter what I do, the show was sold. We sold the show, right? So then we have an opportunity where we're facing off. Solid face off, like what's up, player? Like, what's good? Boom. And I'm squared up, baby, like squared up, shoulder to shoulder, looking direct. And my man's over here like doing this, and I'm like, all right. You know, I felt like Mike Tyson looking into the eyes of prey that I was about to eat. You feel me? It was such a great experience. You can't buy that experience in the store, bro. You will never be able to purchase that experience, ever. And it's so important to know that, because for future B-boys, that when we get into what we're about to talk about, yo, B, it's something you can't buy. Such a great experience. And then the music hits. And once the music hits, the shit that you can't train hit, which is the essence. I got hit by God, bro, coursing through my entire body. And bro, in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and hit a set right off the top. That's going to be a vibe set. And I want to see what this kid does, right? No, what this grown man's going to do, right? So yo, B, I didn't even know. And then I said, let me see what you got. Let me see what you got. And when he did his first round, I realized really quick. I said to myself in a Ken Swift voice, a B-boy don't belong in a contest. Because I knew he wasn't going to hit any kind of styles the way that I was going to hit them. And when I did that first round, and he did his first round, I said, oh, this is going to be a breakdance battle. This is not for me. This ain't for me. So, of course, I just did me, bro. I bugged out. I had a good time. I made my rounds short. I did what I wanted to do. I can tell you there was a moment in the thing where I did some swing, and some girl goes, well, what beat are you? No, wait. She said it first. She goes, what beat are you dancing to? And I went, think what? I said, my own beat. And I grabbed my balls. Wham! Right in her face. Like, oh, yo, B. Yo, son. You cannot buy, you can't purchase that experience. Well, the viewers could. The viewers could. And you know, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I didn't care about winning, bro. You know, what I did care about the most was being able to leave there walking. That was my primary thought, right? So outside of all of that, whatever happened in between, hey, look, you guys are just gonna have to wait to see, you know, highly anticipated. And I'm very, very grateful for the opportunity nonetheless. So let's go ahead and talk about something really quick, right? We can go ahead and run it.
Okay. Oh yeah, you want me to answer another question, or are you gonna tell me another experience that you wanted to share?
I'm gonna hit the team. I'm gonna hit everybody up with the situations that I really think are important. If you don't mind, I don't want.
Yeah, go ahead. It's all you.
I really want to make sure that these people know where I'm coming from. So, like, let me ask you a question. You think Remind deserves 500,000 for a bout?
Hell yeah.
You think K-Mel deserves 500,000 for a bout?
I think so.
You think Bebe or Flea Rock deserves 500K for a bout?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna talk about here. The whole perspective is this. The way that we need to do things, guys, and I know this is where I'm gonna lose culture heads. And this is where now I'm a culture vulture. And this is now where I'm not about hip hop. And this is all business. And it's like, you're damn fucking right. Get the fuck out of here. Watch this, right? We need to be able to pull up to a jam in a Rolls Royce, in a limo, in a Lambo. We need to be able to pull up to a jam with paparazzi flashing. We need to be able to pull up to a jam with a red carpet, dressed fresh in a suit, tie, and tux, with Chanel glasses in the right. We need to do that. Why? Why do we need to do that, Mikey-Ice? Why do you think?
I think personally the reason why we need to do that is because it's time to level up. Like as technology change, I think your mindset should change. And I think like that is the next level because it's going to become very commercial and you're going to start making money that you never made when it was at that other level.
Well, that's the greatest thing that you said is that we need to level up. And,
right.
And how is it that we're going to be able to level this thing up? It all starts with the performers, with the dancers, right? First things first is, yeah, we can look at breaking, battling as hip hop, as contest, as, you know, getting the fame in the contest, or we can look at hip hop, or we can look at breaking battles as entertainment. And that's where the shift happens. When you start looking at breaking your performance, especially with the bout cards, the one-on-ones, the A card, the B card, the C cards, when you start looking at breaking in the perspective of celebrity, and you start looking at breaking in the perspective of upper echelon in what the persistence removes resistance, like he's saying, like how rappers and DJs do. Absolutely, right? We need to change perspective. What needs to actually happen is we need to treat it like entertainment. These corporate companies are banking off of what we're doing. I'm talking about the Red Bulls, the Monsters, and I know that people are going to get mad at me because it's relationship based and they're doing great with them. I'm not dissing any of that. What I am saying is that we need to be able to grab this and control it on our own by our own entertainment ability, our own, you know, I think every B-boy should create an LLC for their name. I think they create their own promotion, or they should hire a manager and get managed, right? I remember, I got it here. This is number 15. Cross One used to manage Rhythm Bugs. Okay, right? So it's like, if back then it wasn't the right time. Now's the time. Get managers, get booked, write contracts, select and this is another thing too, right here is have a clear target. Have an individual that you have to go against, that you're that people are going to purchase tickets, that you have an actual target of like Tails versus Marlon. You know what I'm saying? Like it's about battle. You know what I'm saying? Like who is it? Jake Paul against whoever the fuck, right? Like Nate Diaz. Like, and you got a person to train for. And in your head, you have a visual person to train for. But it's not just the training. Because if you think about Mayweather and Conor McGregor, you know, they sold that fight. They sold the fight. And they walked away. And I was telling Paul Flo over the weekend, I was like, my G, if this would have been $100 million bout, I would have walked away like, see ya. I'm fucking out, bro. I got that ticket. I'm gone, bro. And will I dance and will I rep and will I go places and fucking throw down and have fun? Yeah, bro. But the bag, I'm out, bro. I don't give a fuck whether I won or lost, bro. I fucking made that bag. And I'm stupid rich from me being who I love to be, which is a B-boy. This is what we need to create for us, bro. And it's a dream right now, bro. I mean, it's going to take a long while to get there, and it's going to get there, though. It will definitely get there. But the point is like, listen, having that direct opponent is a definite start. Being able to sell and promote your own fight, that's another fucking start. It's very, very crucial to have that perspective. And then also, too, not just to look at this shit like a raggedy thing showing up in the jam in fucking basic-ass cloth. Like, come fucking cut, baby. Fit it. Look fresh. You know what I'm saying? Get your Gucci's up, get your whole whatever it is that you feel is fresh for you. Maybe you can come hip hop if you want to. If you want to be that you can choose the character too, guys. You know what I'm saying? The Miami villain is a sellable character, bro. Like, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Miami villain's a sellable character, guys. Absolutely. WWE, WWF, like UFC. Like, these people are not stupid. Why are we not doing the same, right? And we got Mr. Graham. You know what I'm saying? Like, homies like Data. You know what I'm saying? Which a cat that I met from Denver this weekend. Like, these guys are multi-millionaires, bro. They got bags, bro. There's a perspective and there's money in it, bro. It just built with the proper infrastructure. And right now, the only people that have that is Ritual Warfare. They figured it out. Paul Flo especially, he's got it locked in with a very clear mindset on exactly how it works. And we did it. We did it in real life. So, peace, love, and respect to Marlon. I mean, this was hip hop to him. I love that. That's so amazing. My man asked me, yo, what did you train? What was your diet when you were training? I said, beer and tacos. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, guys. Let's really get into it. So then we have to keep our mind very, very clear on what it is that we're trying to achieve. It's something I want to do. It's so crazy that Moy was able to perform it before I did, which was an award show. In 2007, designed by View 2 from Fame City, he made me a logo, and we were going to do something called the True B-Boy Awards, right? Okay. And Moy went and did an award show before that. That's so necessary. That has to be a mandatory every 2 quarters in the mid-quarter. We need to have an award show. It's very important. Like, film actors got the Oscars, right? Or the Emmys. We need to have the same concepts, guys. It's got to get to that level. It's got to get there. It needs to move there. And it's gonna take guys like myself, maybe Paul Flo, not maybe, for sure, Paul Flo and Gustavo and the Ritual Warfare team to continue to do this kind of spectacular, this sort of marketing entertainment. You know what I mean? They're full culture. Don't get me wrong. And now let me let you know this really quick for all those guys out there that are like, oh, this guy's not hip hop no more. He's just all business. No, bro. Talk to the people that were at the jam and tell me it wasn't hip hop. Oh, it was essence. It was fucking clear essence, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the only way you would have been able to experience that is if you were there. The tension was so thick that it's like anything could have punctured it. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I couldn't buy the experience. I'm super glad. I know that it's a once in a lifetime thing. And I mean, what I developed in my mindset from the whole thing is just like, this is what I want to do. First, I want to give a big up to Bebe for kind of introducing the essence of the platform of where this thing is going to go. It's going there. Trust me. Okay. Matter of having the right money, right? And we're working on that right now. All the way down to endorsements, bro. Why can't we get endorsements? You want to know why we can't get endorsements? Because we don't have a cable TV network. You could watch basketball on any network channel, right? You can watch football on any network channel, right? And are there owners of teams? Yeah, they are. Who was the starter of that shit? Mex, right? What's the team called? What were they called? Mex's team? I can't remember the fucking name. Whatever. Mex had a team with Kid David and the Squadron. The Squadron. Yeah. That's one NFL team, right? Now, if we had a network, a cable network, now we can sell ads. Now endorsements are relevant. You know what I'm saying? Now it's not an internet-based thing; it's a Comcast thing.
I like that.
Absolutely, of course. Who wouldn't like it? Who would look? Deserves $1 million for his effort in the game, bro. K-Mel deserves $1 million, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm nobody in this game. I am the worst guy in this game. Bebe was always light years ahead. Zoob, Boo, everybody's better than me. I don't give a fuck about being dope like that. At this point in my age in my life, I care about opening the gate to celebrity. I care about opening to real, tangible, life-changing, buy your mama house, move to the Poconos. You know what I'm saying? Like, go to travel, be a millionaire. Come on. I want you guys, I want all B-boys to be able to go to a dealership and cop a fucking S560 cash and not have to worry about, dang, I can't afford that, or buy a house and not have to, how am I going to be able to pay rent from my next gig? Yo, bro, your fucking bout paid you $250,000. Your bout paid you $500,000. Got to change the mind, guys. It's all in the approach. It's all in the way that we make it work. And it's all, see, I knew they were going to talk about this too. They're talking about the Olympics. Do you watch the Olympics?
I watch the Olympics. Not all the time.
I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about it. What is about the Olympics? I don't know anything about it. I'm obscure. The Olympics equals obscurity to me. But now I know about Jake Paul. I know about Nate Diaz and fighting Jake Paul. I know about fucking Mayweather against the Jake Paul's brother. I know about Conor McGregor against Mayweather. I know about that. Why do I know about that? Why? Because it's celebrity, bro. It's hot. It's fucking fire, bro. It's pull up, looking fresh. It's a sit down and having a conversation on mics, which is what Ritual Warfare did. Yo, be these back. Yo, Paul Flo, Gustavo, yo, you guys are ahead. You're way ahead. Guys, gals, you guys heard it here first on Mikey-Ice's channel. I'm telling you, everybody else that's out there in terms of like the hip hop heads that really loved the battle and they loved the Marlon's approach and they loved the way that he did his side of thing. I love that guy too, bro. Hey, look, more fucking power to you, bro. But we have very different perspectives on what we were doing. And hey, bro, I love it. That's what it's all about, bro. None of us are the same, but at the end of the day, we all have something to add, right? And if you're not adding to the game in some way, shape, or form, I mean, what are you doing, right? And it's like I told on Flashback show on this interview, it's like, you could talk about breaking, but if you're not breaking and you're not doing it, you need to shut the fuck up, right? You need to shut the fuck up, shut up, right? And why do you need to shut up? Because you're not doing it. You ain't doing nothing. But see, now the difference is when you are doing it and talking about it, you don't gotta shut the fuck up. You talk about it and you express your perspective on it. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't want to seem this pompous guy, thinks he's the shit, only business, making money. It's just that I'm tired, bro. I want to see, you think I wanted to do real estate and be involved in realty and fucking creating alternative businesses that have nothing to do with breaking? No, bro. I wanted to make fucking, this is just the thing though. I don't think that there's a multi-millionaire breaker out there.
No.
Why not? Do I want to be 60? Do I want to be fucking teaching people how to break? No, bro. I want to be on a fucking Lambo boat flying about 300 miles an hour off the coast of wherever.
Why not? Yeah, why not?
Somewhere in Italy, right? Like, if you come on, guys. Like, look, take it how you will. And enjoy this as you will. Hate me as much as you want, right? But if I have anything to do in breaking, and if I can provide anything that has to do with breaking and putting the B-boys to a celebrity level of fame, a fucking crazy fortune, you're making massive bread on your bouts, I'm gonna do it. And it's a little different today. I kind of have the resources to do something like that, right? And I also got not just resources in terms of personal financial resources, but I know the right people today to be able to make something like that a reality. It's just a matter of connecting with the right people that are interested enough to make that something real, right? I have admiration for Moy and Break Free and what he's got going on there. You guys don't even know. Nobody knows. But, you know, Moy fucking flips houses. The guy's got 100 units.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Come on, bro.
Okay.
My homie Data that we were talking to over the weekend, my homie's got like 150 something buildings with 40 units each. These people are affluent. Okay, they're good, right? And you can make moves when you're good. There's no way to make moves unless you're good. And this is why a lot of the B-boys jump out of breaking to get a little bit of bag, and then they can do it comfortably. Like I don't need to break. I don't need to break, bro, at all. But when I was approached on this whole scenario and the conversation, you know, this was actually supposed to be about between myself and Iron Monkey. You know? And
again?
Yeah. And he didn't want it. I don't know why. He didn't want to do it. And to me, it was like, I was telling my nephew, I was like, I would never, and listen, Iron Monkey is an amazing guy. He's a beautiful person. I had the honor of talking with him over the weekend, and he gave me some great advice on how I should take this battle, my approach, and I'm very grateful for that. But in the back of my mind, in just a small way, and it's not to be disrespectful or anything, but it's just that I don't see how I could ever move forward in life wondering what if. What could that have been like? That whole spectacular could have been him. That whole fucking everything that both me and Marlon got to experience could have been him. You know, and I would never do that, bro. And in my perfect opinion, I would sacrifice everything to have that kind of opportunity. You know what I mean? Only because, especially at our age, it's once in a lifetime. It's once in a lifetime. This is never going to happen for me. I can honestly say it'll never happen again. Unless, like I was talking to the homie today, unless we turn it and we change it and we get, we start doing, should I give this idea? I'll give it. I don't care, because maybe one of you guys will do it. So we start doing boxing matches for B-boys.
Yeah.
Fights for B-boys. You got beef, like real beef. You got, or you think you're dope in the circle, but like that's someone that you got tension with. It's like, all right, well, let's take it to boxing, right? All these internet kids are doing it, right? Why are they making the money and we're not, right?
I know.
We actually have the talent. We actually have the drive. We actually have substance, right? We actually have real substance. So, you know, I think I touched on most of the topics here. Oh, fashion. I did talk
fashion. Let's talk about fashion.
So you got homies like, you know, Flea Rock. You got I don't know if Puff Low is still on. Maybe you could drop the name of the homie that battled with Gravity. Homie had on a sweater with like these like dope, these like it was like a designer flower type thing, and he had on these white jeans and the super fade, and it looked clean, like fashion orientation in the circle. Celebrity, smart, visual, captivation. Ramirez, my little nephew, Alan Too Wavy. Make sure you guys follow Alan Too Wavy.
Okay.
Ramirez threw it on there, and it's like, yo, that's the type of thing, bro. Change the game, guys. We got the power to do it. We are the power of the game. It's not these corporate heads that are just throwing us kibbles and bits like 2,500. I'll wipe my ass with $2,500, man. The fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's bullshit. You know, like, come on. Let's talk about getting paid, you know, 40, 50 G's at start for a bout. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about getting, you know, endorsement deals with Fashion Nova. Let's talk about getting endorsement deals with fucking Chanel, with Louis Vuitton, with some fashion situations so we can get right and we can perform right. You know, we are celebrities, guys. We're the best.
Yes.
We're the best performers. What we do is the hardest thing in the world to ever do. It's the most difficult thing to physically do against basketball, against football, against golf, against baseball. Listen, it's time that we change the perspective, and it starts with something as simple as fashion. And then we're not even going to talk, yeah, and then we're not even going to talk about pay-per-view. How are we going to do that, guys? Where are we going to go with that, right? How are we going to get that business? How are we going to make this where we could sell ads in between the show? How is it that we can get these sponsors to put up $1 million for you know our network, because we're advertising to? I guarantee you, there's over 1 million b-boys in the world. There has to be over.
Oh yeah, there is now. Yeah, now.
Yeah, so it's like if there's a million b-boys in the world, like, why don't we have our own cable network? Why don't we have?
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Why are we not monetizing and capitalizing off of commercials? I mean, do you think that if you had a network on cable and you had the ability to hit up Red Bull or Monster and say, hey, look, you want to purchase an ad spot? Yeah, 400,000. It's going to be shot to 1 million. Oh, we don't need to do that because we throw Red Bull. Yeah, but you can market your Red Bull to regular viewers that are going to stumble on this channel on cable. Come on, guys. Listen, there's a lot more things that we can do. We're just slipping, and we're letting these other people control what it is that we can do ourselves. I hope that was enough. I know I didn't talk so much about the exchange. I'll let you guys make your own decisions on the exchange between me and Marlon. To be quite honest with you, I don't give a fuck about anybody's opinion and what they think, whether they like it or not. I loved it. I was in love with it, and it was something super essential that it's just one for the books, guys. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully next we can get Remind on an A card against somebody else, and see if we can get him some real fucking bag against a competitor that's worthy. You know what I'm saying? Right. We got to make. And Mikey, let's talk about that business, right?
Okay.
And for everybody out there, make sure you follow Paul Flow. Make sure you follow Ritual Warfare. And you know, if there's anybody of affluence in this video or that's going to be watching this video in the future, you know, please make sure that you guys contact at Miami Villain. Please contact at Ritual Warfare or Paul Flow specifically for, you know, information on how we can create these bouts, these one-on-one scenarios that are gonna, you know, rock the fucking globe, bro. It's on. And
all right.
This was just the first one of many. It's not the first time. It's just the first one that was done like that. You know what I mean? So, Mikey-Ice, you are the fucking truth, bro. And absolutely, B-Boy Kill'em Kem says, would you rematch Marlon? Of course I would rematch Marlon. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong, guys. Like, I want to give 190,000% on anything that I do because that's just how I do it. But I'm also not stupid, bro. If I'm going to walk out of there with one leg or like limp out of there with one leg, I'm not going to do that, bro. There's no person that can stand in front of me that's going to help me, that's going to influence me enough to risk my physical abilities, because I have to work and make money moving, right, doing things. So no excuses. I never told nobody. I told Paul Flow secretly. Like I didn't care. I didn't tell Marlon. I didn't tell anybody, like, anything. I wasn't trying to put up no excuses for nothing, bro, about anything. I think my performance was absolutely amazing. I think that what I had to do was where it was at, and it is what it is, bro. On to the next one. Maybe my next bout, if I do another bout, will be the person that I would like to go toe to toe with another 5 rounds would be B-Boy Wicked. Absolutely. I would love to have a bout direct with B-Boy Wicked, 5 rounds exhibition. If anybody wants to pick that up, you know, the fee's going to be about $25K starting for each dancer, right? We'll have contracts, make it work the right way, the way it's supposed to be done. And there's going to be a lot of, anybody wants to reach out to Paul Flow, I would like, you know, you guys to reach out to him too, because he might have some great ideas as well. Cool?
Yes. Thank you once again, Tells, for the insight. I appreciate it, and I know everybody's gonna watch this, and it's gonna click with somebody, though. Believe me.
Did it click with you?
Yes. I'll give you a call, and we're gonna talk about that, because everything you said Me and Romain, before I spoke to you, we had that same conversation.
Oh, dope. It's
I was just on the phone with him.
B-Boy Killer Cam. It's Wicket with a T. It's homie that does the dope ass head spins from Renegade's crew.
Yeah.
That would be my next. That would be the next person I would love to do a bout with. But it's definitely got to be put it with time and all that. But so what were you saying one more time, just so you could repeat that so people could hear what you were saying?
I was saying that me and Romain, before I had spoke to you, like we had the same conversation. We talked about fashion. We was talking about the approach. We was talking about now B-Boys, like, yeah, financially, we should be able to take care. Like you said, we should be able to go to a car dealership and drop some serious cash, though, and start owning things. Start owning, like, property.
No,
You know, start owning property, start owning facilities where you can start.
Start owning arenas. Start owning
Yes.
cable stations. Start owning the power, the media. We need our own media.
Yeah.
That's where the power's at. Oh, by the way, bro, happy birthday. B-Boy Remind, August 31st, I think. I think it's August 31st.
Yeah, August 31st.
It's my birthday as well. I turned 41. It's coming up, so peace, love, respect to you. Happy birthday, Keanu Reeves. August 31st.
Oh, really? Him too? Okay.
Yeah, Neo. Of course. Come on, bro. Neo's a Virgo. You already know.
Everybody's a Virgo, bro. Who else is a Virgo? Everybody. Nas, Big Daddy Kane.
Oh, dope. Dope. B-Boy Killer Cam is saying B-boys need to own their signature moves. Absolutely. That's like master copies. That's masters.
Right.
But listen, guys, B-Boy Killer Cam and everybody included. Trademark your moves. Trademark. Learn the fucking business, bro. Learn the business.
Yeah.
Mark your shit, bro. Do you guys own your name? If you don't own your name, own your fucking name. My business, my name, guys, just in case you guys want to know, is Jacob Alexander Negron, right? And I own my name, Jacob Alexander Negron LLC, Jacob A. Negron LLC, and my name is also trademarked. I own my name, okay?
Okay.
Like, let's start getting smart, guys. It's up to us.
All right. Thank you for sharing that, brother.
Yo, peace, respect to everybody. Thank you guys for watching. I know I talk a lot of shit, but at the same time, some of this shit has
importance.
There you go, bro. I appreciate you, Mikey-Ice. I know that we really didn't get to chop it up about past history and that stuff, but
I love future stuff though too, though, brother. Believe me, like I'm gonna start switching up my concept though too. I want to start talking to people like yourself and try to start getting down to like the nitty gritty, like same topic that you were talking about, where it can become a movement where everybody starts thinking that way. Like, let's start pulling up, looking fresh though, bro. Like, fuck.
You know why we don't pull up fresh? Because there's no red carpet. There's no red carpet. We don't have a red carpet. We don't have an entrance. B-boys don't have an entrance. We need an entrance. The entrance to the jam has to be loaded with paparazzi or like magazine networks or cable networks. Or, you know, people. But I mean, there's so many podcast breaking podcasts out there. Like, show up, bro. The red carpet doesn't have super Hollywood where it's so big that it just is out of control. No, we can create a small, you know, a small red carpet where we show up and, you know, we're dressed down and we get to the jam and it gets to, you know, start. And then after that, you know, then the jam starts and then, you know, we get changed. You know, you flip and change into your gear that you're going to dance in and, you know, you enjoy the rest of your night, bro. Like,
right.
You know, and don't be afraid to fucking rent a whip, guys. You know what I'm saying? Pull up is some stupid shit. Moy be driving them slingshots everywhere. Like, he put a Rolls Royce in his garage the other day. Like, fuck out of here, guys. Like, it's just, bro. Like, let's.
All right, yeah, that's what's up, though, Sales. Thank you, man.
Bless, peace, love, respect to everybody.
All right. Peace.